What's going on, bad? It's me, Mr. Glass, back at it again with truth, period. Fuck all the bullshit. Nah. I'm gonna start this thing off with something that I was hearing from a guy that I'm checking out right now. And my whole thing is the truth is in what you know. Am I right or wrong? That's my question to you. Why do you believe in what you believe in? And then ask yourself the question, isn't it better to know? Because when you look at the truth being just that, the truth, and the reason why everything goes, the complication in everything going with all these different religions and bullshit, the truth to the matter is just one thing. The Creator is love unconditionally within each and every human consciously thinking. This is what separates us from the animals. The animals do what they supposed to do in nature. We are the Creator's greatest creation to be in. You was given life. You was given free will. You was given the choices after being born here from two divine creators, a man and a woman, with the divine spark of love within them in order to be here, all of us. So this is bullshit. Like I said, this is bullshit. The Jesus, the God, it's all man-made up bullshit. Because I'm talking to you straight from the creator of the man who created all the bullshit. Because your book had to be written by someone that was telling you exactly what I'm telling you right now. But I have the facts to back me up because I gave my life up for it to be given back from the divine creator of all of everything. And here are the facts. I'm here to be able to tell you 4 periods of your life. I'm here to be able to tell you 4 words beginning with L, ending with E that sums up your life in 4 stages. I'm here to tell you the Creator's original name before man changed it. 4 letters, 1 word. It is what it is. The truth is in each and every one of us to come out of us. It is what is all that is divine within this heart of yours and mine. Because I know the truth is, it's not about me. It's not about you. It's not about I and team. It's all about the truth. It is the love unconditionally, the feeling. When you think about that Bible, it says in the Bible, you're not supposed to say the Creator's name in vain. When you look at God supposed to be the Creator's name, you look how in vain y'all say that name when y'all having sex. See, you can't say the Creator's name in vain if you don't know the Creator's name, because that's why you got so many different names, so you can be confused and not know the truth is. When 2 people come together, literally come together, they come together in what? They don't come together in God or Jesus. They come together in love. We ain't stupid. They think we stupid. We are not they stupid fucking sheeple that they done created all these fucked up ass stories to believe in. We're not. We're not fucking kids no motherfucking more. There is no Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, or the motherfucking Tooth Fairy. There is no God up in the sky supposed to be some god doggone heaven. Heaven is what you make out of your time here on earth after coming out of heaven, being your mother's womb, being you being birthed here. Cause it ain't your fucking birthday. You was just born here. You didn't do shit to deserve a day. So think about why it is your birthday. When you was just born, an empty glass waiting for the truth. Your mama put in all the work for you to be here on this planet. Your daddy was nothing but a donator to that one and only conscious thinking creator here on this planet. Come on, people. We can't be stupid fucking sheep no more. Knowing that the truth is within you. All that is divine is what's part of your mind, heart, body, and soul. Because the only thing that's true and to do what it do, and that's your heart that has all control. Because your heart always do what it's supposed to do. It pumps the blood throughout the body. It will never suck it. There's only one divine creator, love unconditionally, the feeling created out of nothing. And it's in each and every one of us individually, all at the same time. What makes you think the creator makes and then be in us to make us all so divine? It is because the creator is in you at all times, but will never make you do nothing that you don't will to do, choosing to do. Because the truth is the truth. It's all on you. The creator is in you, not to lie. See, when I gave up on life, I was afraid to die too. Because I didn't know. But now I do. Why fear death when death is part of life? To fear death, that means you're not living straight. When I was given life back from the divine creator, I was given life back to live, not life to the left, not life to the right, not life living backwards, life to live it straight to the righteousness of the love unconditional that the creator have for each and every one of us, no matter what. Because it's us that do to each other what we do, like we sisters and brothers, but we really just people. But we supposed to be loving, caring, considerate people. But they have other people with bad agendas, baby. No ifs, and buts, or maybe. You think they putting chemtrails in the air for nothing? This is the new way of the Holocaust. This is the new way of slavery. This is the new way of them killing us and taking us out. But I say to you people who work for YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and all the places, the government, I'm talking to our soldiers, I'm talking to any person that has a heart beating, blood pumping throughout the body. And you heard me right. A heart beating, the blood pumping throughout the body. Because it's all about the vibration, baby. I say it again. It's all about the vibrations, baby. And the love of knowing what love is. Not just saying it. Because, like I say again, if you think about what word would be said in vain, it will be you telling someone you love them and you don't feel the same. When they find out that you lied to them, it could change their whole world. to the point where they don't want to be in this world. Now, isn't that a word that you can say in vain? Because you're not supposed to tell someone you love them if you don't feel the same. And especially if you're trying to get together with them. Come on, people. We got to stop being the sheeple. Batting around to these people that we see the evil that they're doing. So I say to you, for you to think about this here, for you, why do you believe in what you believe in? And then I tell you, when you just tell the truth to you, you only believe in what you believe in because you was taught to believe in it and then have faith. Well, I tell y'all something about believing. I don't believe in shit. But I have faith that your heart is going to tell you the truth and you're going to tell me the truth too. But until then, I don't believe shit you tell me. And you shouldn't believe shit I tell you until you feel and know the motherfucking truth. Because it ain't about no believing no motherfucking more. Because that Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and the Tooth Fairy, I got some more to go with that there. And it'll be a little scary for you. But hey, the truth is the truth. When you sit there and think for yourself, why do you get on your knees and say, Our Father who art in heaven, when you're supposed to have a Father here on earth? Because when you look at the truth being the truth, the Creator is neither man nor woman, black nor white. So why did someone give the Creator the sexes of a man when y'all should know that it will be the sexes of a woman? Because one thing about a man, it is what it is. A man can never have the compassion and the empathy and the reciprocity and all that is good that a woman puts out. Yeah, baby. That baby. That baby. That baby is clear of everything. Because that baby is pure as the driven snow when that baby comes straight out of that porthole, being the mother's womb. But we've been taught a lot of bullshit to believe in people. And here you go, a little dude.
What's up, family? Today I'm going to try to answer one of my most frequently asked questions. It is, Kevin, if Jesus is not real, why do we feel feelings when we go to church? Why do people shout, cry, praise, run around the church, pass out, and speak in tongues? Why? Well, across the planet, there are cultures who celebrate using ritualistic type celebrations. And when they do this, they shout, they dance, they run, they cry, they pass out, they feel chills. They also chant in a tongue that's not native to their language. What does it say?
Don't do you justice, dog. I want to see
Does it
too.
mean that whatever they believe in is also
Fair
true?
use, people. Fair use.
You have to start thinking on a larger scale. The world is big, and Christianity is not the only religion. There's 4,200 of them, okay? And you can't use your experience to
bullshit, because we all come from one divine creator. The separation is that book and all the rest of the books, because these rich sons of bitches are the ones that created that fucking separation, people. Shit!
It does not prove that they did. It proves someone wrote it, especially when it's written years after the fact. If it happened, why wasn't it written about then? What you have is you have unsubstantiated claims, or in short, a bold claim. A man walking on water, bold claim. A big fish swallowing a man for 3 days and then spitting him back up on land, bold claim. A man raising a man from the dead after he already became, that is a bold claim. A man ascending into the heavens, into the sky where people watch, bold claim. What you're doing is you're saying, because I feel chills at church, or I cry, or even speak in a language at church because I've gotten excited. That means that the literature that I believe in is actually true. And people say, I know that Jesus is real because I felt it. Feeling a feeling does not make Jesus exist. You need proof to be able to say that.
I'm the proof.
And
I'm
we know
improved
across the board.
because I went
These
into the
beliefs,
light, people.
no matter,
I gave up on
Christianity's
this
no
life,
different.
and to be honest
Okay,
with
so
you,
not to be pointing at Christianity.
I want to
No
go back.
religion is backed by
I'm just
historical
here to
facts
tell
and proof
y'all
and
this here
evidence.
and
They
give y'all
are
the
all
facts.
accepted
But
on
on
mere
the real,
faith. All of them.
I don't really
Okay,
want to
so
be here.
why do I feel
But
power or feel,
I never commit
chills when I say the name
suicide.
Jesus
Ooh,
or hear it? You have
never.
been taught to associate
There's too much
goodness,
divine
kindness,
waiting on me,
love,
people.
forgiveness.
So
And he's even your
I just gotta
savior
go
if
through
you
this
believe
circle
that you
here.
are a sinner.
Cause that's
believe
all
that
it
this
is, the
person
circle
died
of
for you
life.
and rescued
It
you
goes
from
around
eternal
and
hell.
around.
Why would you not
But you are
feel
being
any
judged
type
by
of
your heart
fondness towards
right
that name?
now.
That name, though, is made up by
But
Rome. It's
my
not the
heart is as
actual
light as
name
a
of the
feather.
character had
My
it
heart is
existed. So
as
you
light
tell me
as the
why you
light
feel
comes
the
on
power.
in your
It can't be because
eyes.
that's his actual name. It can't be making it a fact because you feel a feeling.
Cause I
That's
am
not
as
his
straight
name.
as an arrow
You
shot in
see?
the talking
And the
on
fact
of
that
hitting
most
the
of the
devil.
Christian world uses this name Jesus, and the fact is there was no letter J at the time this man supposedly existed.
Nah.
Yet we take feelings and say, because of a feeling, the literature is true. That's what I'm saying. You can't do that. That's not how it works. You actually need proof. You can't say, well, I've been believing in God for a long time, and all my life, he has proven himself over and over to me. Everyone says that.
No.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Everyone that subscribes to a belief it's real, and they use experience to do it. You know why? You can't use fact. Paper is not fact.
No.
So you can't say someone.
I got facts, man.
True.
I got facts. I got a purple chest.
A bold
After
claim.
leaving
You
this
say,
place,
well, how do you know this person existed? You can't
to
find
looking
their
down
body.
at the
How do you
body
know this person said this?
and not seeing
how
no
do you know what
face.
you're reading is true?
Because where
When
I
you're
was
reading
at,
something,
it was
okay,
all
that's
good
logical,
feelings.
you can accept that a little bit easier than you can a man walking on
Can't wait
water.
to go
this
back.
is illogical.
I'm beyond,
okay?
you can't wait to go
It's
back, but I gotta go
outside
through
of
this
the
here
realm
first.
of logic.
For
It's
sure, I ain't
outside
got
of the
no
realm of what
fear
can really
in these
happen in
people
real life.
killing me. I know they gonna try to kill me. I don't take their medicine no more.
But you're taught
I don't do none of the shit that they were doing to me. Had me all fucked
But it
up.
doesn't mean that because you feel a feeling at that building that it's real. What you're doing is you're feeding off other people's energy. This happens in every arena where music is being played, and there are people gathered to hear that music. Rock and roll, R&B, hip hop. People are gonna jump
You hear that, boy?
and get crazy
That boy talking
because
truth to
music
y'all.
is being played.
Wake
Even
up,
if you
people.
gather to hear
Wake up
motivation
from the
speaker,
hypnosis
and
to the
using
bullshit
religion,
that we've been taught
they can make
this.
you feel that because it's a transference of energy. You're hearing things that motivate you. Of course, you're going to feel chills and inspiration.
Look, y'all won't let me get this computer to get on.
That a man walked
I
on
sure
water,
was gonna put
that
some
the
stuff
whole
on
world
here
flooded.
about what happened to me.
It doesn't.
Look it up.
So I want you guys to start thinking about these things. Start thinking logical. Stop looking to your book for everything. I know you believe in the book right now, but you can't use experience to make the book true. It's unsubstantiated claims, and nothing that can happen in your personal experience can prove unsubstantiated claims. You weren't there. You were not there. So having a vision saying, well, I dreamt I saw Jesus. Well, who did he look like? The image that you always saw. How do you know it was Jesus? You see? You're the image that you already have, you're going to dream about.
Thank you. Because they gave you the image. They gave you the image. They gave you the image.
This about every religion they're in.
Because they gave you this shit.
So what separates you from them? If you are a Christian, what separates you from every other religion? If you are a Muslim, what separates you from every other religion?
The reason why I just learned how to read and write. Like everybody else learned how to read and write, because I was destroyed. Because I couldn't read and write. Everybody was reading and writing it. And I couldn't get that shit. But
you can't
now I know why I didn't get to read and write. But I'm trying to get it now. Because if I get it now, well, I say if.
Till next time. Any other questions you guys have, please submit them. I'll do my best to try to answer those questions with clarity. And subscribe, or please go to the website www.kevinwesley.org. And thank you very much for your time. Peace.
I'm gonna holler at you, Kevin, dog, because I want to pick your brain, because I want to know where all of it's coming from. Because it ain't coming out. I don't think it's coming out no book. I think you're getting the touch of it too, baby. Get it what it is. The truth, baby. It's rolling like a wheelbarrow, people. It's rolling like a wheelbarrow, people. The world is like a wheelbarrow, people. We waking up from the motherfucking bullshit. Because now I'm about to get as real as real can get. To how they snookered us with all the bullshit. I'm gonna give you the shit that's underneath the sugar that they can coat it the shit with. Here we are thinking that this is the racist white supremacist agenda, but it wasn't just that. It was more underneath of that sugar-coated shit. And it went just like this here, and it's the facts. This was the gay mafia's way of twisting up everything in the natural forms of how everything works, people. And it was all in the twist of the story. With God supposed to be walking in the garden with Adam, and then Adam told God that he was lonely, and God went in Adam to create Eve. Now, when you sit there, you think about that right there, that story right there, and then you think about it used to be taboo for a man to go into another man's rectum. It used to be don't ask, don't tell, and even if you asked them, they didn't tell you. And I got all love for y'all gay people, because I already know you just people just like me, but you're confused. You're confused because of what they put in the air. You're confused because of what they put in the food, and you're confused for what they put in the water. It is what it is. They basically chemical off balancing our chemical balance, being part chemicals within this balance within our body. So, like I said again, think about that. God going in Adam to create Eve. Now we're gonna go to the original creator. Wouldn't the original creator know what Adam needs before Adam would know that he needed? So why would Adam ask the creator for anything that would already be created for him? I'm just saying, people. It is what it is when you look at the truth being the truth. This was the twist so you can be alright with what they do right now to you. Because you can't tell me it ain't fucked up that kids are asked what gender do they prefer being as little fucking kids, not even understand why they playing. You can't tell me that ain't some type of fucking type of program. But we allowing our kids to be indoctrinated with the same bullshit that we was indoctrinated with, even though we know it's bullshit, we still playing in it. So I tell you, all you that's playing with this Christmas bullshit, it's a lie. You know it's a lie, so you are a liar too. It's time to wake up from the illusion of all they make believe bullshit. The truth is, we have to start loving ourselves more, to care more for people you don't know. Because that is the love of the original, loving you unconditional creator. You was given life. You was given free will. You was given choices. All that is divine is in you. To be the best you that you could be for you, and a creator of you, while being in you, loving you unconditionally from within. Where do you think your thoughts come from? Your memories. That don't come from out of thin air. That comes out of every beat of that heart. 4 beats per breath. So I'm gonna give you your 4 periods of your life. 4 words beginning with L, ending with E, that sums up your life in 4 stages. And you should already know the Creator's original name before man changed it. The 4 periods of your life. 1, when your mama missed hers, you live, you died, and then you're on the death certificate, he or she is dead, period. And that's the period where they get paid for you dying. Right now, you are wealthy as wealth could have been with any human, but you can't get access to your account that's on the back of your social security card because it's accessed after your death certificate is signed stating that you're dead. This is the type of games that these people are playing, with us being just product for their game. But we are the fucking people that make this motherfucker go round. What the fuck, people? I'm not no sheeple. I am part of a race of people that's supposed to be consciously thinking. Ask your fucking self, people, how you can't drink your water out the faucet, but you can take a bath in it. Your body is the biggest organ that you have here. Do you see what I'm saying, people? How are we allowing them to do the chemtrails? Oh, my bad. Let me go back. Let me go back to because I was talking about the people that running the shit that's basically stopping people from coming together to knowing what the truth is because they're stopping a lot of the truth from going out. I'm saying to you, what part you don't get from the movies that you watch? There is no honor among thieves. So when the bullshit hit the fan, your umbrella is gonna crumble on you because it's made out of the shit. Meaning, whatever they promising you in the government to your spot, being wherever your spot is gonna be, thinking your spot gonna be with your family in that shit. But soon as all the shit hit the fan, the rich people gonna abandon you, and then you gonna be right here with us, and then we gonna be looking at you like you sold us out, but now you here with us too. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not. I'm not gonna cry. I'm gonna hold it in. I'm gonna tell you. You soldiers, you are the people's last defense when anybody put the people on the fence. And now you gonna be the ones that's gonna shoot us off. What did we ever do to you being the people? Mr. Policeman, you supposed to serve and protect the people. Now they got some rich sons of bitches running you like you the top sheeple. But you gotta realize when the shit hit the fan, it's gonna go on you too. A lot of y'all don't have the umbrella that y'all think y'all have dealing with these crooked motherfuckers. They gonna do y'all in too. How y'all not know this from all the shit that you done seen that they do? That's why I love you more than you love you. And that's why I'm on here always gonna tell you the truth. It's all about the love, baby. It's all about the caring, baby. But y'all gonna believe whatever y'all want. It is what it is to do what it do. It's all about picking up the vibrations to start caring more about yourself and then start caring more about someone else just like you. It's horrible to sit here and say that you slavery did happen in Mishima twice. The Holocaust, September 11th. So you mean to tell me that you actually think that this was the will of the loving you unconditional creator? No. This was all done by that God bullshit that you believe in being man doing that shit. Look at it. The truth is the truth. This is not something that the creator would want you to even experience. But this is man that's putting you through this experience. And then they're telling you what they're gonna do in the Bible. Because you gotta think about who wrote it. Who run it. If you look at the Catholic Church and then you look at poverty all over the world, how can you believe in a God in Jesus when the people who's teaching it is watching people suffer when they got the money to do? Now our government got technology to change our fucking weather. The earth gonna do what it do. Mother Nature is what Mother Nature does, baby. We the ones that's gonna destroy us. And they playing with all type of bullshit because they got the money to. The whole key to this journey that we on to go back to this God that you get on your knees and pray to. And God we trust his own money. And y'all trust money more than you trust yourself. Y'all definitely trust money more than you trust the person standing next to you. So like I said again, and God we trust is that trust in the God that they created for you to have as a God when the creator love unconditionally stands alone. Second to none. Numero uno. All the love is in us. It's done. The will is loving all the time until you choose to stop the love. That's divine when you start the hate. That's why I love you more than you love you because I know the truth and you don't. I went into the light to be given life back, to not live to the left, to the right, or back, to live life straight the way my heart beat. Never no wrong. There's a saying, here today, gone tomorrow. Think about that. The truth is the truth. Here today, gone today. Because ain't nobody promised tomorrow. It's all about you and what you do right now. Because your heart beats with the magnetic rotational pull of this earth going around. And that round part is what pulls you with that magnetic rotational pull of you and being in today. So in order to get to tomorrow, you definitely gotta finish today. And that would be the only race that you would want to win. Right or wrong, people. It's time for us to come together. Because when you look at it, we killing one another. And it ain't much about black or white. It's about the divine creative love that's inside. I'm tight. Shit, I'm as straight as an arrow shy at the target nose and hit in the middle. And I am as sharp as a razor that can cut a hair follicle down the middle. That's why I can smile without my teeth. But I'm not really happy about the bullshit that I'm dealing with here in Harris County. Dealing with going to court on the 28th. It's a lot of bullshit happening to me. But this is what the truth comes with. Sacrifice. And if I had to sacrifice my life for this circle of life to continue going around, but not the way it's going, hey, my life is done. It's a wrap. The truth is the truth. I had fun. But hey, now it's time to live it straight. Not just right. I'm Mr. Bass 48. The truth is the truth. I still want to do this other one too. Yeah, we're gonna do this one too. Cause they probably cut me off anyway. Now, see what that is right there. This dealing basically with what I'm dealing with this traditional system of a system of no justice, and it should be us as the people shouldn't give them no peace because for them to give us not due process, my shit here that happened to me should have been thrown out of court so I can start my procedures on filing charges against all the people that violated my rights in the whole bowl of bullshit. But the key to the whole thing is I got my tape. Walmart is the one gonna tell my attorney that they ain't giving us the tape. So it is what it is. The truth, the truth. We gonna see. But I already know I'm going against the giant. Because Walmart is a part of the bullshit too.
After William was killed, I was scared. I was scared to leave my home. I was scared to stay. I was scared that my parents would.
Fair use. Fair use.
Your father said to me, don't do anything to hurt my daughters. Don't do anything to hurt my daughters. These are vicious people. Your son was shot down like a bull. You're not going to be with them always. I'm not with them always. The girls are all we have left.
Like I said, people, the bullshit, the shit that's happening to us from the people that's supposed to serve and protect us, we are allowing this to happen because we are not getting, I wouldn't say upset enough. We're not protesting the right way. We need to go to the city halls and our state officials and, and change this bullshit.
He became silent. We never sat down as a family and talked about what happened. We just kind of
Numbed out.
went into our own spaces, went into our
Yep.
own heads.
Numbed out. They numbed out, people. Too much bullshit is happening to the people by people.
The house had a
Just like they want to
stillness
take the guns away. But it ain't the guns that
unlike
kill
anything
people.
I've ever
It's
felt
people that kill people. But
in my
when the
life.
people realize that there is no such thing
It
as
was like
God, Allah, or none of those
all was
other
seen
man-made up bullshit images
and never
of the
were.
divine creator, which is within us, love, unconditional, a feeling, the most
I
glorious feeling that's
thought
real in you to feel when you
that
feel it.
I could
Anybody
completely
that don't
love
feel it ain't about the creator
or
willing to
even
straight,
love
narrow, in one way. Love. Never hate. It's just
but
us
he took
that
it a
choose to
step
do that bullshit.
I know over and he couldn't go any further. He couldn't go any further. So I got up and I walked around the bed and I got in front of him. I just said, it's not your loss, it's our loss.
Yep.
We together created this child.
Come on now.
God granted him to us for these years.
And God didn't grant them to y'all for these
You
years. The
can't
creator
bring
did.
an issue that came from my body
Yes, it
and
did.
shut me out.
Come on.
And people
Fucking
crying.
regular ass technology, boy.
He embraced
Do
me.
what it want when it want.
And people crying. And that's how we went to sleep.
Oh, that's how y'all want to do now. Y'all make it where I can't do two things at one time on the broadcast. I ain't mad at this y'all shit. This y'all shit. This y'all shit. But I'll let them go to YouTube on my other phone and show you I ain't got no time to be bullshit. Alright.
My father
Barry
had the stroke
Jordan
that left him
Masters.
paralyzed on the left side of his body the
Mm,
year after my brother was killed.
a stroke. Look at that. Poor dude. Dude had a stroke. Put that fucking man through that bullshit. Damn, that's fucked up. Oh, it's some bullshit. Everything doing it.
When I went to college, I did start doing what I wanted to do. I had filled out an application for the Rochester Police
Bullshit.
Department, you know, or and I was looking into the Monroe County Sheriff's Department. I wanted to. I was pursuing, being a cop or being an EMT up there when Dad had his stroke, and Mom's like, "We can't afford to keep you up there."
See how that bullshit changing people's life?
7:30 in the morning. I'd woken up late. I got dressed, got my stuff together. I had to go to class because we had a test. I go into the city, I do my thing. I come back home. The first thing I see is Dad's wheelchair folded up in the corner of the foyer. And I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, gone.
Mom found him outside, underneath the porch, in a nice shady spot where he'd like to sit and watch people go by.
See, that's what real love is supposed to. That's what love is supposed to be like. See, like that.
I did William a great disservice in raising him the way we did, because we've always tried to teach you guys that you see character and not color. And many, many times I wonder how I could be so wrong. The only nightmare I ever remember having is my mother standing at the top of the stairway in her nightgown. Her hair is on end. There's light behind her. I can't see her face. She says to me, "This house is made of bone. This house is made of bone. This house is made of bone." I failed to keep my son alive. I failed you and your sister in not pursuing justice. How do you know when
Bad,
and
man.
what to do differently?
And see, like I said again, it ain't us against them. They are good policemen. Where are you good policemen? Get rid of the bad policemen, but we noticing that the police department now is just hiring straight up bad police. They ain't hiring good police. Mm-mm. They
My
hiring
mother always
mercenaries.
suspected that there was
They
something
hiring
else
ex-military.
that she didn't
They
know,
hiring
or that she hadn't
anybody
been
that's
told,
about
that had
that
happened,
violence
that had
and
contributed
controlling
to my brother's
people.
death. She'd asked me, "Is there anything that you know that I don't know?" And I flat out lied to her on more than one occasion and said, "No, you know everything I know." And that wasn't true. I never told my mom about the conversation that William had with me. I never told my mother that he called. I went to college 300 miles from home in the middle of upstate New York. When I got to Hamilton, I could finally come out. I just didn't have to hide anymore. And that's the
See
person that
this,
William
this
didn't
see
know.
this is what I was saying about confused people. You see,
When William had a confrontation, not the night that he was shot, but about a month earlier, at the garage, and threw a vacuum cleaner and picked up a car door, threatening to slam it down. He called me after that and told me what he had done, and I was proud of him. I cheered him on for being a badass, for not taking shit from anybody, and he actually called me. He could have called his friends. He could have chosen not to call anyone. He called me and told me about it because he was proud of himself.
yep,
And I think that he wanted me to be proud of him.
yep,
And I
and he
was.
was proud of him. Cause he wasn't supposed to take no shit from
And it felt
somebody
a
that hit
little
his
bit
car.
like,
Hit his car. Hit his
even though
car
he might not have fully known
and then
who
killed
he was
him
talking to,
and then don't go to jail. Man, it's bullshit.
I felt like he was talking to the real me. And that's why that phone call is so dear. That's why it's so important. And that's why I feel like I fucked it up. Mark Riley is accountable for William's death because Mark Riley shot William. But I could have helped William stay out of that situation to begin with. If I told my parents about the first incident, he would have been stopped in his tracks because they both would have come down on him. But instead, I enjoyed
The
my brother,
violence.
the hero,
George's brother with the violence.
and a month later or so, that hero was dead.
Hero is dead.
The madness that is my brother's death
Yeah.
would drive me mad if I weren't able to hold myself accountable for at least a small part of it.
Go it on, girl.
Because then
You forgiving yourself.
it grounds it somewhere. It puts it on the earth.
Right. Yep. You
As
feeling the
opposed
truth.
to in the ether, or as opposed to in the unknown, or in the anonymous. If I don't ground it in some way in myself, then it's everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
It's ubiquitous.
Yeah. Smart, smart video, yeah.
And that actually is a
Not really video,
greater,
movie,
more
documentary.
damaging,
Fair
heavier
use, though,
burden
niggas.
to live
Fair
with
use.
than to blame
I'm not
myself
trying to
for
be
not being
no
smarter than
celebrity or nothing
2-year-old
like that. I just
when
want
my
people
brother
to
called
start
me and
seeing
told
the
me
truth, feeling the
about this
truth, to know the
stupid
truth.
fight that he had.
Fuck this believing bullshit. Cause
Does that
anybody
make sense?
believe in anything, I'm gonna ask you why you believe in it. And if you can't explain to yourself the reason why you believe in what you believe in, hey, the truth is the truth. It's stupid. I know why I do this here every day. I do this here. It's because I was told to. By who? By the divine creator of everything that has been created and will be created after we destroy what we created. The truth is the truth. And it's gonna always love to create. Always. never to hate, never to destroy. It's the choice of the people.
Good morning. I was hoping to speak to Detective James Hughes, please.
This is Detective James Hughes.
Good morning, Detective Hughes. My name is Yancey Ford. I don't know if my name is familiar to you at all.
It's familiar to me because I just got back from vacation and listened to your message this morning. I do remember the case. I remember it as soon as I heard your brother's name. It was, obviously the grand jury, when presented with the evidence, came back with a no true bill on the case. There was the grand jury pretty much looked at the case as a self-defense case. They felt it was a justifiable shooting. Um, the way the grand jury went was supported by the facts and evidence. And that's part of what made the case so hard. But I mean, this wasn't a thing where I thought the grand jury went the wrong way, because I had a number of different statements from people about incidents prior to this incident, and
I mean, I know that there was one incident before the night that he was killed, because he told me about it. It was, he picked up a car door, he threw on a vacuum cleaner. And so I know that that incident occurred. I don't know about.
Let me see if I can get a hold of any of my reports.
Okay. And anything you could share with me would be really helpful.
I can't promise anything.
No, of course not.
But if I can.
I really appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
I'll talk to you again within the next week or so.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Just you just doing it to appease you. You just doing it to appease you. That's all.
Hey there.
Hey,
How's it going?
I just talked to Detective Hughes.
Oh my goodness.
I just need to talk. I just need to hear your voice for a few minutes. The fucking vacuum
Bullshit.
cleaner incident
Oh my god.
is why they didn't even get it.
See, you see, because you're confusing with your lifestyle and everything. You didn't tell your
Because he
brother
threw a vacuum cleaner
that
because he picked up a car door.
he shouldn't stick to
And
the
because
car
he tried
dude.
to
He should
not be
apologize to that dude. Instead of going back to
justify
that
these other
dude, threaten that
things.
dude.
What
And
type
that
of
dude had a
vacuum?
pistol. And he had money.
Oh my gosh, Philip.
Okay,
Wait, what else did he say?
nothing. I just hung up the phone with him. He's going to call me back next week.
He's gonna call you back next week, okay?
Yeah.
Did you start crying on the phone or after?
After I managed to keep myself together.
Deep breath. Take a deep breath.
Thank you.
It sounds like she got a white
Okay,
woman
talk to you
as
soon.
her. And I say to those of you that actually think that a man and a man and a woman can make love. Nope. They can make a mess. They can never make love. They can never make another one or two of themselves. The opposite sex attract when two come together. Man, woman, woman, man, female, male, male, female. Never male and male. Never female and female. It was one way the Creator created it all to go one way. It was never supposed to be switched it up or changed to go any other way. And not even much dealing with these people talking about some evolution bullshit. Cause you don't make no motherfucking man chicken or no fish man. I mean that's fucking bullshit. That's mixing of genes. That's you trying to be the motherfucking creator. That's
I actually
bullshit.
had hoped to not be in New York that week, and I had
Even
hoped
though
to be
you
in
are
Chicago
already.
with a bunch of
But
my friends.
this
But
man
I
just
couldn't get anyone to cover my
jealous of the
shifts at
woman.
the DA's office.
That's the trip
I
off
didn't
about
have any
this shit.
cash, so I went
It's the
to the
man that
local
got jealous of the
ATM.
woman and wanted to know
And as I was
why
doing the
the creator
transaction, I
chose
thought something
the
in the
woman
back of
to
my head,
be
and I
the
at first actually thought
creator
it was one of my
and the man to
in-laws
be
like
nothing but a
having a job or
donator
something like that.
to that one and
And when
only
I turned
divine
around,
creator.
it
and the only thing where he can try to get some type of recognition at is if he made God be a man. I'm just trying to tell you the
slow
truth.
motion, and that's sort of what I went through at that point. My sort of heart at that point was in my throat. I could feel my sort of constriction in my throat, and I basically made a break for the door, giving him the money, and then there was an explosion. And I remember actually more the sound first, and then this feeling like someone had just punched me in the kidney, right? And it was this huge disconnect. It just, the explosion was one thing, and then there was this feeling in my, like a really hard punch to the kidney, and then it was suddenly this realization, like, oh my God, he shot me. And I remember yelling out, like, oh my God, he shot me. And then he was gone. But I remember thinking, I'm not going to die here. Not today, not here on the streets of Brooklyn. And, sorry. So I put my hand behind my back, because I was like, what is that? Like, I was feeling like moisture. And my hand was soaked in blood. I'm dying. So I just need to get to a live person, someone I can talk to who's going to know what to do. And I knew the one place in New York you always find people is the subway and also the token clerk. And so I actually had a badge as a prosecutor, and I pulled up my badge and I said, help me, I've been shot. And I sort of put it up against the window, and she was like, okay, all right, hold on, honey. And she quickly made a call on something, and then she came out, which I found out later is against all protocol, but it was this moment of humanity.
No, I'm talking about, man. Cause you needed that human touch to motivate that spirit inside you, being the creator, to keep going, man. We all need that, man. I'm gonna cry.
They got me up, they got me into an ambulance. Again, what I didn't realize was that they actually shut down the Brooklyn Bridge to get me over there. The other thing that I had a vague memory of when I was still down in the subway, these two guys coming up, and one of them saying, hey man, what happened? Where'd you go? Where did you go? We saw you, or we couldn't find you. And again, I found out later from the prosecutor that one of them was your brother, or was your brother or his friend. They apparently had seen part of it, or had seen one of the guys running away, and I guess one of them would chase after the guy, and one of them went to try to find me to find help.
Mr. Ford's testimony was basically the guy was running right down the middle of the street, and he ran after him with the guy with the gun and jumped on him and caught him. That's my remembrance of what had happened. And I remember that we made an X right in the middle of the street on a picture as to where that had happened. I mean, he reacted. I was trying to remember, was he in the service or something? What gave him the training or ability to handle himself in such a effective way, fearless? It was a heroic act, I think.
January 1st, 1992. It's a new year. I said I was not going to make any resolutions, but there are some goals that I would like to get accomplished. 1. By June 1st, I would like to be a corrections officer, or I will be back in school. These are my only two options. 2. This year, I want to stand and not falter. I want to calm some of my fears. I want to feel peaceful. This is the year for me to find me. January 2nd. It's only the second day of the year, and already I'm feeling lonely. I'm tired of every aspect of my life, having an undecided feeling. January 7th. Yesterday, when I got home, there was a letter from the Department of Corrections telling me I have 30 days to come in for my weigh-in. I'm on a 2-day fast, and will be back down to 245 by Wednesday. I couldn't ask for a more powerful motivation. $40,000 a year. I've been trying to get this job for almost 2 years. Now it all comes down to the next 28 days. The only thing that I must remember is that there can be no failure. There is no starting over. This is the last chance I'm going to get, and I must take it. January 9th, I'm at 241. My next goal is to be at 230 by the 19th. The goal after that is 225 by the 25th. Then, if I'm down to 220 by the 30th, I will go in on the 31st. And I still have 2 tricks up my sleeve that I've been holding in reserve. X-Lax and Lasix. January 28th. The only problem is that I think I'm getting sick. I'm feeling weaker than I have felt the whole time. I have to hang on until Friday. I don't care if I have to crawl into the place. I will not give up. January 30th, the last day. I do know that this is a chance to start over with a whole new everything. It's not just a new job. It's a new adventure. Pull this off, and then you can actually make a small chunk of the world yours. Pull this off, and you can actually make a small chunk of the world yours. Just do it. Dear candidate, this is in reply to your appeal to the City Civil Service Commission of your disqualification for appointment to the above position, correction officer, for medical reasons. Wait. The City Personnel Director has granted your appeal, and you have been marked qualified. It's May 15th, so he has been dead now. He's been dead for 6 weeks. But hey, he's medically qualified.
Yep, you counted.
Hello? Hi. Oh, I'm getting there. I had my eyes done. I certainly look as if I fought with Muhammad Ali. He beat me up, went and had dinner, and came back and punched me in the face some more. The children are doing well. They're not children anymore. They tell me what to do. But every now and then you got to put them back in place. You got to let them know that you're still the boss. I'm still the boss, Yancy.
I always do that.
Thank you for calling. You brought
Everybody
bright
want to
rays of
rule over
sunshine
everybody,
in my
man.
life.
Your mom and dad supposed to rule over you as a
What are you
kid.
doing now?
Only as a
Put the
kid.
fifth ice going down the side of your feet. Let's get this place, yeah?
Okay.
And down the side of here also. Yeah, so that we get some ice on the corners.
So why don't you put a piece of tape from here back there? If you need to take the airing out, you can.
From what I've been able to put together,
Uh-huh.
there was a car accident on February 16th. Apparently it was with a Super Stang vehicle driven by Mark Riley. There was an agreement made at the scene that Super Stang would fix the car. And time started to stretch out. By March 19th, Leslin and your mom went to the shop to see what was going on. Mark Riley may have said something that got your mom upset, which got William upset. And William went to the shop with Kevin Myers. William was speaking to Thomas Daytree. Coincidentally, it's in the news now. Have you seen it?
I have.
So William was talking to Daytree, and he was very angry because he'd upset his mother. He was described as shaking with anger, wanted to know who disrespected his mother. He picked up a car door and was about to throw it. The Corvette girl who owned the Corvette was there and stepped in, and he put the door down. But at that time, William picked up a vacuum, put it over his head. The water kind of like fell out onto him, and he threw the vacuum and broke it. He picked up a hammer and came at Mark Riley. I guess he held him responsible because he may have been the one who disrespected your mom. He never swung it at him. He never hit him with it. He never threatened him really with it, but he had the hammer in his hand.
Mm.
Mark was described by other members. They actually kind of like laughing at him. And they were obviously frightened. Your brother was a big guy and he was intimidated. After that, William went home. When your mom noticed that he was soaking wet, asked what happened, and he said that he was wet with sweat from the gym. Now I followed up on that. I went to the gym, but your brother had not been at the gym that day.
I was there the night of the Corvette incident. You know, he kept saying, "What do I have to do? Why isn't my car being fixed? You got time to work on everything else." And he's like, kind of like, you know, like this. And then he saw the Corvette. I was like, "No, not the Corvette." You know, like that, kind of like that, you know. And he never damaged the car. And it wasn't a situation, because there were guys laughing. There were people who kind of like, you know, I don't want to use the word egging them on, but kind of clowning with him. We were laughing and clowning, and I said there's 10 to 15 people there. Scared of what?
The vehicle was subsequently released to your mom, I guess. There was something about possibly somebody from the shop following the car home. And as a result of that, on April 7th, Kevin Myers again with William returned to Civics Bank. And William was yelling at Tom Datre and ultimately sees Mark and goes after Mark. Mark retreated into the paint room where he grabbed a rifle. Your brother walked into the paint room and I guess approached what maybe commented about what he was going to do with that. It came at him and Mark fired one shot, hit him in the chest. And there was no stone unturned in this. I can tell you that. It's an unfortunate thing. I mean, I certainly put every effort into this being, to this being covered 100%, 110%.
That was self-defense.
April 1st, 1992. Tomorrow I have to go to court in downtown Brooklyn for my first day of testimony in the Green case. Mr. Boyar is expecting me by 10 o'clock. I need to pick up my suit from the dry cleaners before they close. This is where William was on April 2nd, Kings County Court. This is where William was April 3rd, testifying for the prosecution. This is where William was on Monday, April 6th. This is where William was on Tuesday, April 7th, Kings County Court, testifying for the prosecution.
The vehicle was subsequently released to your mom, I guess. There was something about possibly somebody from the shop following the car home. And as a result of that, on April 7th, William returned to Civics Bank. And I think it was just, your brother was caught up in what had happened to your mom.
We get out, before he gets out, I remember him going into the yard and somebody coming out of the shop door and meeting him in the yard. Immediately words started getting exchanged, and I said, "Oh, here we go."
William was arguing outside in the yard with someone other than the kid who shot him at the time.
Correct.
Okay. So the person he was arguing with was Tom Datre Jr. He was sort of owner of the shop.
Yeah.
And that the person who was in the back and with the rifle, his name was Mark Riley. He was an employee of the shop. I read that Datre Jr. had been, 2 years before that, arrested for essentially running a chop shop out of the garage at his parents' house. He recruited kids and paid them to steal cars. And then he chopped up the cars and sold off the pieces. What I'm trying to figure out is what happened, if anything. What did William say, if anything, to Tom Datre Jr. when they were in the yard outside of the garage?
He didn't make any threats. He didn't say, "I'm going to beat you up, I'm going to do this." He says, "I got to send to the police officer camera." And of course, he goes, "When I become evil one, I'm telling you, I'm going to get this place shut down." Ford was serious about what he was saying, but he wasn't doing anything that night to provoke a fight or to get shot. It was a conversation. I'm going to do this once I become a cop. Then we started to walk away. That's when Mark walked out. He didn't look surprised. He didn't look panicked. He just glanced and made a U-turn and went back into the garage. That's when William looked at me and he just kind of went, that's the guy that cursed out my mother. So I was like, William turned. He didn't say anything. He just turned and he walked. And he got to the doorway. He made a left. So we heard a pop. There was no stop. I'll shoot you. I'm scared. No scuffle, no fight. William turned and was shot. I don't understand the self-defense because there were options. There had to be a back door to the place. Could have went that way.
Yeah.
I'm sure some door had a lock behind it. Even when they say, oh, this happened a month ago or a week ago, or he was afraid, or this, that thing. Okay, so a month ago you were afraid. If that even was the truth that night. And after leaving the grand jury, I kind of got in the car and I kind of knew what they were. I didn't know if it would work, but I strongly felt that everything was being made to present a case of Mark was scared. He did what he did because he was scared.
Gunshot wound of the right chest. Hemorrhagic wound track, perforating right chest wall, mediastinum, heart, left lung, and left chest wall. Wound path, front to back, right to left, and downward. Deformed, non-jacketed, small caliber bullet recovered. There is no evidence of gunpowder stippling or soot deposition on the skin around the wound. There is no evidence of close-range firing. How do you measure the distance of reasonable fear?
Yeah. With a rifle.
What are the contours of fear? What do your eyes tell you? Do you see my brother? Dredge the river and you will find him. Or someone who could have been him. So you tell me, whose fear is reasonable? The body is cold, and rigor is present and fixed to an equal degree in all extremities. There is an earring hole in the left earlobe. No tattoos or needle tracks are observed. The irides are brown, the cornea are cloudy, the conjunctivi are unremarkable. The liver is unremarkable. The kidneys are unremarkable. The heart is unremarkable.
I looked at the grand jury. I looked around. I saw who was paying attention. Okay, how could you come to a viable decision if you're reading a magazine, if you're doing a crossword puzzle, if you're talking with somebody? I think serving on a jury, and particularly a grand jury, is one of the greatest privileges of citizenship in this country. And you shouldn't take it that way based on race, creed, or color. You should judge the content of the evidence presented. My feelings were that they just didn't give a damn. And if I die today, tomorrow, or the next day, I will die believing that they didn't care because my son was a young man of color. I will always believe that. Always. Until the day I die.
You know that then. Not believe it, tell you know that. Be sure on your conviction.
It was election day, and 4 o'clock in the morning, the phone rings. I knew because of the time that something was wrong. And there was this one day before she was in a coma where I thought that she was trying to pull herself up in bed. And I'd given her my right hand to, I'd offered my right hand for her to grasp with her right hand. And I thought she was trying to pull herself up. And really she was trying to pull me toward her. And it took me a good 5 minutes to realize that I was trying to make my mother more comfortable in bed, and what she wanted was for me to hug her.
Upside down one way. Wow. So you can't wait till it's too late to tell somebody when you really mean you love them. I send my vibration out to y'all all day, every day.
You stumble out of the garage and into the yard, where you fall. You lie on the ground, hole in your chest, another in your lung. You feel the pain and know you will never see your sisters again, your mother, your father. You wonder how your family will survive this.
Wow.
You realize that you will not survive this. You realize you starved yourself for 32 days for nothing.
Wow.
You lie on the ground, bullet through your heart. You can't speak, and no one speaks to you. You do not know your death may in fact be the actual death of our family. You do not know that we are silent in our grief, even with one another. You do not know your killer will say he had to shoot you. You do not know your killer will make you out to be a monster. Mark Riley will make you out to be a monster, and people will believe him. You do not realize that there will be no trial. You don't know that 23 white people will decide no crime has even been committed. You realize there may be no heaven. There may only be the ground.
What a tragic situation, boy. shouldn't have never happened.
Hey, everybody, let's have some fun. You only live but once, and when you're dead, you're done. So let the good time roll. I say let the good time roll. I don't care if you're young or old. You ought to get together and let the
Fair
good
use,
time roll.
people. Fair use.
Don't sit there mumbling, talking trash. If you want to have a ball, you got to go out and spend some cash. And let the good time roll now. I'm talking about the good times. Well, it makes no difference whether you're young or old. All you got to do is get together and let the good time roll.
Oh, shame. Look at that, bro.
Hey, y'all, tell everybody, Ray Charles in town. I got $1.25 and I'm just ready to clown. But don't let no female
I finished
let
taking
me
me a
cheat.
shower.
I got 50 cents more than I'm gonna keep. So let the good time roll now. I tell y'all I'm
Back
gonna
in
let
the
the good
day,
time roll now.
people cared about each
Well,
other.
it don't make no difference if you're young
See,
or
all this
old.
technology
All
and
you got to do is
bullshit,
get together and let the good time roll.
desensitizing people.
No matter whether, rainy weather, if you want to have a ball, you got to get yourself together. Oh, get yourself under control. Oh, let the good time
I'm Mr. Glasses. Netflix got it going on.